do play an important part, and just structuring those roles to have the...
Thank you. And that experience, I think, Daddy Barnes, is what we're looking in a serious way forward to bring to this conversation today.
Yes.
As we continue into the other segments of the program. Everybody, for the most part, reference lawyer and the legal aspects of things. And that's why I left the lawyer for the last, because, you know.
Don't worry, we're always forgotten.
Yeah.
Until something goes wrong.
Yeah, we're always forgotten until something goes wrong.
Well, not in my case. I'd rather you be the first person to hear it.
Well, there you go. Well, my apologies, Ronald. Yes, go ahead, Ronald.
Yes, thank you very much. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here on this distinguished panel of persons who I personally know and greatly respect. I just want to say to Zachary that if I actually did jump on any too hard rhythm back in the day, they would not be the success that they are today. I guarantee. The second thing I wanted to say is that it is great to be celebrating the legacy of the great Bob Marley. It's an honor to be here. For that reason alone, I felt like breaking into the song. Jah would never give the power to a bald head, but it would be self-defeating for Zachary, myself, and several others. Okay. So let us just get into what is the role of a legal advisor. I think Carlet started off beautifully by outlining a manager's role and publishing and all of those things. What I will just summarize and say, and despite the fact that I'm a lawyer, I'm not that long-winded, but I will say that the manager, I think, helps you to earn money, and I believe that Carlet actually said that. Your financial advisor helps to advise you on how to save and how to spend your money. And a legal advisor, as Carlet did hit upon, is a person who helps to protect your money and to stop you from losing it. And so it is a very important role for many artists, and that's why I believe that the art is so closely aligned with them. In order to do this, we have to be effective negotiators. It's not always about taking a hardline approach. I found that oftentimes when I'm dealing, particularly with international attorneys, they believe that the one line they have to take is hard line, and it often doesn't get them as far as they want it to. Sometimes it's just knowing when to be tough and when to be accommodating to get the best deal for your client. We have to understand the structure of the music industry deals and how income streams work. There was a time when artists could rely solely on, for example, record sales and touring, and that happened for years. But with the exponential drop in, for example, the advent of Napster, who was allowing free downloads and those things, labels found that they had to find new ways to get more from artists, more income streams. And artists have had to learn to diversify. And this is why, and I think we'll talk about it later, you know, labels came up with a 360 deal as a result. But the internet, I think, also brings a lot of benefits to the music industry. It allows you artists to distribute their music more widely without having to go through a label. It allows you to be more independent. It allows you to earn income from your social media following and to reach your followers that way. And then we get into new digital technologies like NFTs, which I believe, I'm sure, we'll also speak about. And then the other thing that lawyers have to do is to go after persons who may be using your work without your permission. Whether it is sampling your music without asking you, using your image to sell t-shirts and you haven't given them the right to use that image. Again, these are all things that help to protect your money. So attorneys have to keep up with the changing landscape. And it's an ever-changing landscape, especially with digital technologies. And always be ready to advise the clients and to protect their interests, whether it be in contracts and negotiations, and in their day-to-day business. I would start by saying that.
All right. Thank you so much, Ronald. You know, so this is really a complex, and I think for the new artists coming in and listening this evening, it might seem a bit daunting for that artist. And I know that Carlet is someone who can break it down. I listened to you just now, and I heard you just kind of just, you know, reel off exactly what you need in a minute or so, and in a very simple way, so that younger artists can understand what's required of them. But one of the things I want to underscore, and for you to help us to understand, when we talk about structure within I suppose some two angles, right? So structure within the music industry. Can we talk about structure within the industry itself as opposed to structure the individual structure. And I go with